DW Radio, your information station.
Hi, I'm Lou Mongello, author of the Walt Disney World Trivia Books, host of the WDW Radio Show, and publisher of Celebrations Magazine. Welcome to Liberty Square. In this video preview, I'm going to talk to you about the next in the Audio Guide to Walt Disney World series, where I take you through this land which is steeped more in reality and American history than it is fantasy. We'll talk about some of the history, details, overlooked experiences, and other fun facts and secrets that you'll find in the next of my Audio Guide to Walt Disney World series. I'm going to show you how our journey through Liberty Square doesn't begin from the hub, but here in Fantasyland at the Columbia Harbor House, as we prepare to journey from medieval Europe and cross over the Atlantic into the New World. The Columbia Harbor House, with this waterfront-style atmosphere, is replete with maritime memorabilia and nautical details, evidencing the fact that this would have been sort of a New England-style waterfront inn where sailors, fresh from months at sea, could come in and enjoy a hot meal and a good rest. I'm going to walk you through the town of Liberty Square and show you how the different facades are broken up to tell a story of a town on the verge of a revolution, as well as point out many of the little hidden details and meaning behind everything that you see. I'll also talk about the Liberty Square riverboat and point out that it's more than just a conveyance around the rivers of America, giving you a tour of Tom Sawyer Island. It really acts as a transitional element between Liberty Square and Frontierland. And I'll tell you the history and the details about this real working paddle wheeler and many of its changes over the years. Over the years, Liberty Square has gone through many subtle changes, from attractions to design to architecture to even the theming of some of its shops, as the old Christmas shop was once divided into 3 different shops, including a real silversmith and perfume shop. I'll chronicle some of those changes, as well as point out some of the incredible details that you'll find today in Ye Old Christmas Shop. For example, why this sign relates directly to Walt Disney. Inside, I'll show you the details of the 3 different shops, including where music lessons are given by one Ichabod Crane. And I'll show you how the story of Ichabod Crane carries across the street here to Sleepy Hollow Refreshments, and how this building is significant and its connections to Washington Irving's real home in upstate New York. Much of the beauty of Liberty Square lies in its connections to real American history, and I'll tell you the stories of the creation of the replica of the Liberty Bell behind me, the significance of every lantern that hangs from the Liberty Tree, the architectural significance of the Independence Hall replica of the Hall of Presidents behind me, and why 1787 is not just important for the history of America, but for the storytelling of Liberty Square. Some of Liberty Square's overlooked details are right out in the open. Case in point, the flowing brown pavement that runs down the center of the street. I'll explain exactly what, according to story, you may be actually walking on. We'll also take a very close look at the Hall of Presidents. This newly reimagined attraction opened in 1971 as an e-ticket attraction, illustrating America's excitement for the upcoming bicentennial just a few years later. We'll take a look at the incredible technology that went into developing the attraction, as well as its connections to Disneyland and Walt Disney's personal desire to celebrate America's history and its leaders. I'll also point out some of Liberty Square's extinct attractions, like the Mike Fink keelboats, which plied the rivers of America for many years and launched from the dock behind me. Of course, no trip through Liberty Square would be complete without a visit to the stately mansion behind me, the Haunted Mansion. And I'm going to take you through its history and ties to Disneyland, of every detail that you see, both inside and out. Along the way, I'll point out many of the Haunted Mansion's hidden secrets and stories behind the stories, and point out the significance of little details, including things like the hearse sitting in the courtyard. Like everywhere in Walt Disney World, Liberty Square is filled with tributes to the many Imagineers who helped design, create, and build Walt Disney World. We'll point out some of the names and the stories behind the headstones here in the Haunted Mansion's graveyard, as well as throughout Liberty Square. Liberty Square in Walt Disney World is unique for many reasons, not just because here in the Magic Kingdom is the only place in any of the Disney parks worldwide that you can find a Liberty Square, but because, like America itself, it is a land rich with opportunity. Opportunity for you to learn and teach others about real American history, all on a 3D stage. To learn more about Liberty Square, download or order my Liberty Square audio guide to Walt Disney World at WDWRadio.com or on iTunes. I'm Lou Mongello from WDW Radio. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.